originally seen this on Drama Queen's channel, and I was like, you know what? I have so many thoughts and opinions myself on this because I am somebody who goes into public wearing headphones 24/7. I don't want to be bothered. It's part of anxiety. It's also a part of I don't want to interact with people all the time. It's a me issue, but also, why would it bother anybody? I don't know about y'all, but I've never seen somebody in public wearing headphones and thought to myself, what a fucking disgrace. Why would they have the audacity to come into a public space with headphones and avoid people? Now, TikTokers feeling entitled to people's time, their own personal time when they are in public, out there for God knows what, has gone viral. There has been so many channels that I watch and look up to that have talked about this, but not just that, y'all. It has gone viral everywhere on TikTok, so literally every 1 out of 5 videos I'm scrolling through is somebody complaining about somebody else in public that they do not know wearing headphones, feeling like it's a personal attack and they're personally being avoided. Sweetheart, they don't know you and you're not entitled to their time.
I need everyone to start popping out an earbud, turning off the noise canceling headphones when they're walking around, because a number of times I've tried to like connect with somebody on the sidewalk or on the train and I'm literally just met with silence as if I'm talking to myself is one too many times. The other day I was talking to this girl and she was wearing a sweatshirt with a sorority I was associated with, and I was like, oh my god, girl, try till I die, baby. Ignored me. I tried one more time. I was like, nope, nothing.
So I have questions and opinions. One question is, are you specifically targeting people to talk to who are purposefully wearing headphones to A, either avoid being spoken to, or B, to just listen to some really good music? I understand, like, talking to people is, like, one of the most normal things that we do as a human, like, connection. It's all about socialization. It's normal for us to want to talk to somebody and spark up conversations sometimes, but if that person is wearing headphones, they're clearly wearing them for a number of reasons. One, what if they have anxiety and they don't want to socialize with people? What if that makes them anxious? B, what if they're just not comfortable in public, so they wear headphones to help cope with that? And C, why do you feel like you're entitled to somebody else's time in public? And why make a video on the internet for millions of people to see complaining about it? Like, I have social anxiety. I do wear headphones in public, but if I've seen somebody else wearing headphones in public, guess what I'm not going to do? Try to spark up a conversation, because there's so many other people in public who don't wear headphones that you could talk to. And one thing I've noticed in all these videos of people complaining about people wearing headphones in public and, God forbid, not giving them their time, is the fact that they're always trying to talk to somebody with headphones. There's other people out there, babe. But also, I'm going to put myself in this girly's shoes for just a moment. I would feel bad if I tried to talk to somebody and I was just met with silence. Of course, it's not going to be a nice feeling trying to be social with somebody and they're just not giving you anything back. But at the same time, if we put ourselves in the girly's position with the headphones in, why do you feel like you're entitled to my time when I'm just out and about trying to get through my day?
Probably in her late 70s, maybe early 80s, red lip, scarf, glasses. And I was like, I cannot wait to look like you when I'm older. Nothing. Homegirl, earpods in. I was like, Grandma! Somebody please throw me a bone. Like, let me connect with you. What is going on here? Please take out the headphones. Look at me.
Now, something that bothers me so badly about all of these videos of people complaining about other individuals just not interacting with them because, God forbid, they're evil, they wear headphones in public and don't socialize, is the fact that they're not putting themselves in that other person's position. One, you went out in public that day, obviously wanting to have some form of social interaction, but then chose to socially interact with somebody, or attempt to, who's wearing headphones, who clearly are wearing headphones for a reason. Probably to cope with the uncomfortable environment that is known as the public. I know that's something I do, so that's what I'm going to say. I know a lot of other people do that too. I'm not comfortable socially. I don't want to be interacted with because, again, I'm not comfortable socially. So I'll put in headphones and hope to avoid certain social interaction because I'm not comfortable socially, and public is an uncomfortable space. So, again, all these people who go out there in search of social interaction and then decides to socialize with somebody who's clearly not wanting that interaction, who popped in headphones for a reason that day. And you don't know if they're going through a bad day. You don't know if they have mental health issues. You don't know what's going on in their life. They decided to wear headphones that day. What if they're having a really bad day? But you, Missy Ma'am, do not care if they're having a bad day, because it is not about them. It is about you not getting a social interaction with them, feeling like you're entitled to their time. If you're going out in public and you're saying, throw me a bone, look at me, pick me, choose me, just like that meme from Grey's Anatomy, I'm telling you something now. The problem probably isn't the person who decided to wear headphones in public. It might be you. Why so many TikTokers are making content complaining about lack of social interaction in public while trying to interact with people specifically wearing headphones is beyond me. I get it. When a trend comes about, it goes viral, you want to jump on the trend, so you want to get online and complain too about lack of social interaction from people who clearly don't want to be socially interacted with. I get trying to hop on a trend, but this one specifically, it gives me entitled to your time. And nobody's entitled to anybody's time. Also, she's saying it was a pretty much badass grandma who just looked incredible, dressed incredible, wanted to give her a compliment and be like, I want to look like you when I'm older. Oh, you're not going to speak to me? Oh, what? And just has a complete meltdown over the fact that this grandma just ignored her. Honey, she probably did not want to talk. What if she was tired? What if those weren't even AirPods, but hearing aids? And that is a point that Drama Queen brought up on her channel. What if she wasn't purposefully ignoring you, but she just didn't hear you? And again, we don't know what other people are going through or the day that they're having. This woman said in her video she was an older woman. She probably just didn't care or have the energy or want to be bothered with. She was probably just trying to get from point A to point B, which point B could have possibly been home. Maybe she just wanted to go home and just unwind from being in a public space. What if she's not comfortable in public spaces? What if that's why she had the headphones in? But what are we gonna do as a society? Try to talk to this person with headphones in, and then once that social interaction gets shot down, go to TikTok and complain about it, because what else could we do other than go online and complain about somebody not throwing us a bone, in this woman's words?
My entire philosophy is headphones in, anxiety out. I am not going to be your toy on the train because you're bored. Maybe you should have brought the AirPods, babe. People over on TikTok really didn't take well to this video either, as it reeks of entitlement and arrogance. Nobody owes you a conversation, and if that makes me sound mean or rude or, you know, like the biggest bitch in the world, then so be it. Leave us headphones wearers alone, okay? That is all we ask.
Well, some people in public might have headphones in for a variety of reasons. One, they might just be listening to some good music. Two, they might be listening to a podcast or something else that, guess what, it's not our business. And then three, if you're like me, you get overstimulated in the public, in society, and so you like to put in headphones with quite literally nothing on, just because you want to be aware of your surroundings, so you don't want something distracting you from that. But then B, you don't want to be bothered just because you're already overstimulated by the environment that you're in and the hecticness, the chaoticness of it all. So you put in those headphones to just get a little bit of escapism from that, and it helps you cope and find the smallest bit of comfortability in an environment that isn't comfortable. Now, I used to live in a state where public transportation was a huge thing because it was a very, very busy city, and so it was just easier to take public transportation than trying to drive anywhere. I took the public transportation, and how many times I have had headphones in where somebody would try to engage in conversation with me that would make me take out my headphones and then be overstimulated by a space with so much going on in it, so many side conversations, the conversation you're currently having that you did not ask for because you're already overwhelmed by everything going on. Why not add more to that overstimulation? Not to be an asshole, but it's a little bit irritating when you're already overwhelmed and then somebody's like, hey, I see you're wearing headphones. Take them out and let's spark up a conversation. It's like, no, thank you. I feel like if you see somebody in public wearing headphones, That is universal. Do not disturb. Do not disturb that individual. If they're wearing headphones, they have them in for a reason.
I saw a TikTok of a girl who's mad because she keeps trying to talk to people on the street with headphones on and they don't talk back to her. Girl, that's what the headphones are there for. I cannot tell you how many times I've been on the train and I've had someone gesture to talk to me, talk at me until I finally take my headphones off and they're like, hey, like how you doing? Like, I don't want to talk to you. I'm on public transportation. It's been a long day. I don't want to interact with strangers. You're not entitled to my time.
This is a point that I made earlier. You're not entitled to anybody's time when you're out and about in public. Just because they're in public does not mean you are entitled to their time. What if it's a bad day for you and you don't want to be bothered? So you put your headphones in and the next thing you know, somebody's tapping you on the shoulder because they feel entitled to your time. If the roles were reversed, she probably would not like that. Something I've noticed too is a lot of people nowadays, it's not necessarily everybody, but there is a lot of people, right, who don't think about other people's feelings or the day that they could have had. They just think about themselves selfishly and expect their needs to be met, whether it's socially, physically, whatever the case may be. And because we're all human, we do have social needs. We want to socialize, and if we don't socialize, it can get a little bit lonely, a little bit depressing. But just because we have social needs does not require strangers to step up and fill it for us. Being social as humans is quite literally like having an itch that needs scratched, but just because sometimes we have an itch that we can't reach does not mean somebody else is required to step up and scratch it for you. Now, one of my personal experiences, I had headphones on, I was on public transportation, a frickin' bus. It was a really long day. I had just got off work, tried to get food, they closed literally as I was walking up to the door, and that's not their fault. I was just upset because the day was upsetting in general. Put my headphones in, get on the bus, and somebody's feeling like they're entitled enough to tap me and get my attention and spark a conversation that it's not real conversation, it's just small talk, which was the last thing I wanted after the day that I had. Also, I was very overstimulated from, again, having a bad day, being in public, being antisocial, being an introvert, having anxiety, in an uncomfortable space. And because I had a bad day and was so overstimulated about literally everything going on, I looked at them, I shook my head no in the most polite way possible, and this person made a face at me like, sorry, you're not entitled to my time, especially when I'm not having a good one. And nowadays, we have that extra fear and stressor when it comes to going out in public because you never know if you're just going to be filmed by somebody trying to walk by in the background just to get through your day, and they just so happen to be doing a TikTok, and now you're online for millions of people to see while having a bad day. And God forbid you're tired and you don't want to be somebody's form of entertainment during that trip home. You then become a TikTok topic, and now they're complaining that you're a bad person because you decided not to socially interact with them while you had headphones in, which again is pretty much universal for do not disturb.
All I wanted was to go on a nice peaceful walk today, but yet again, here I am to complain about people not even being humans anymore. What are we doing?
To me, it's kind of comedic how he started this. He said, all I wanted to do was go on a peaceful walk today, but here I am complaining about people not being people anymore. They're like fucking robots. Seems like nobody out there is stopping you from enjoying your peaceful walk. Nobody's interrupting you. Nobody's bothering you. It could be very peaceful, but you're the one who wants to complain about people. Therefore, you're interrupting yourself in your peaceful walk.
I'm walking towards this girl on the sidewalk, and God forbid we make eye contact or have any sort of human interaction on a how's it going kind of level. Got the AirPods in, she's got the sunglasses on, she has her phone in landscape, folks. We have stooped to the level of having our phone in landscape like this? No. Tell me you're not watching a movie just to avoid having some sort of human interaction.
So I love how he started off this video saying he was going on a peaceful walk, but it was interrupted because somebody didn't want to have a social interaction with him. Therefore, interrupting his peacefulness because now it's no longer a peaceful walk and he feels the need to whip out his phone and record a TikTok complaining about people. And the other girl he's complaining about just so happened to be on her phone. So what if she was enjoying a movie? It's her probably peaceful walk too, and that's how she wants to spend her time. What is peaceful for one person will not be peaceful for the rest of them, so your peace is gonna look different from her peace. Why are you complaining? I also love that he's complaining about her having headphones on and being on her phone, and immediately after not having a social interaction with her, because God forbid somebody misses the chance to be social with this man, right? He decides to pull out his phone then to film a TikTok. And he's complaining about headphones. Like, I'm sorry, like, both of y'all were on a peaceful walk, seemingly. She spent her time on her walk how she wanted to, and you decided it interrupted your day and your peace so much. You had to pull out your device and complain about her to thousands of people on the internet. And this is what I said earlier about having a new fear unlocked when you go into public. You might become a topic of a TikTok video just because you didn't smile back at somebody. God forbid you're overstimulated when you go to public, but you still want to go outside and touch the grass every now and then, so you do it in a way that you can cope with going outside, putting on your headphones, maybe escaping in a video or a movie. It doesn't matter what your peaceful time is, it's your peaceful time. God forbid you don't socially interact with somebody. They're gonna make a TikTok about you.
Guys, this needs to stop. Look around, get a little bit uncomfortable, and I don't know, say hi to a human that's 4 feet away from you. God. All right, there's my rant. Back to my peaceful walk. I walked the other day, and I posted a video about how some girl walked by me. She had sunglasses on, her AirPods in, she had her phone turned sideways, and really tried to not make eye contact or interact in any way. So I didn't really look at her, just walked by, didn't say anything.
It's so bad, it's comedic. It's comedy at this point. It's hilarious. The fact that he went on a whole TikTok rant, even ended it with, okay, rant's over, back to my peaceful walk. But had the audacity to complain about somebody not giving him social interaction for just probably, again, being on her peaceful walk, minding her business, enjoying a movie. God forbid anybody enjoys anything while they're in public on their phone with headphones in. Made a whole rant on TikTok about this one individual fucking up his peace, and decided to make a follow-up video because he got a little bit of backlash. Surprise. And decided to say, well, yeah, there was this girl walking by me, headphones on, phone in landscape, sunglasses on. Did it say anything to me? So I just kept on walking by. And now he's making it seem like it's not a big deal. But if it wasn't a big deal, why make that a whole video ranting about it in the first place? Peace looks different for everybody. Mental health is different for everybody. Some people are introverts, some people are extroverts, some people enjoy being in public places, some people loathe being in public places, and sometimes those headphones being on our devices is what helps us cope with the uncomfortability of being in uncomfortable places. God forbid we're doing our best to cope with the overstimulation of the general public. Now it's an issue, and people are calling out other people for not giving them social interactions. What's the big fucking deal? If you're somebody who's craving social interaction that damn badly, maybe, fun suggestion, find somebody who doesn't have headphones in. Why are you guys always targeting somebody with headphones in who clearly doesn't want to be bothered, or they're busy or had a bad day, wanting them to stimulate you? Now, if you're in public, you have your headphones on, you don't want to be bothered, don't feel like an asshole when you decline social interaction with somebody who feels entitled to your time, because, fun fact, they're not entitled to any of your time. Just like that guy who was on a walk and decided his peace was so brutally interrupted by somebody who did not give him social interaction because, again, she was on her phone, clearly watching something with her headphones in, didn't notice him. Yeah, his peace was so brutally interrupted that he just had to get on TikTok immediately and make a video complaining about it. And then back to protecting his peace, because apparently it wasn't a big deal. Protect your fucking peace and don't let people in public feel the need to use you for entertainment or feel entitled to your time just because you're out and about. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about this today because honestly, it's bizarre that TikTokers are now complaining about people wearing headphones in public. And again, it's not all of them, but it is some of them. And the ones who have made videos about it are incredibly annoying. But I wanted to get y'all's thoughts and opinions, so let me know in the comment section down below. And with that being said, I will catch you in the next damn video.